And welcome back, everybody. It's the afternoon now. For those of you who don't know why you're here, this is the Last Minute Laura afternoon show. I would say that my skin is probably not as pink as it's showing up on camera, but it very well may be. It is so freaking hot here. I'm loving it. I'm sweating like you wouldn't believe, but I am very happy about it. Like, I think my skin is shiny from sweat. You can see my blood vessels through my skin. Interesting. Anywho, ignore this wound. I'm pretty sure that I touched poison ivy because it's been progressively becoming gross, and that's what happens when I get poison ivy, is like this. I don't know how I only got it on one spot. Maybe it was another plant I was allergic to, but don't worry about it. I'm good. So if you just dropped in here and have no idea what this is about, it's the Last Minute Laura afternoon show. We get together every afternoon from 4 p.m. until 6 p.m. and we hang out. We do something crafty. The crafty thing we're working on right now is a vest. We're going to be doing this vest crochet today. So right now it's just a rectangle, but it's going to turn into a vest. So, you know, it'll eventually look like a vest. Whew, it is hot though. I'm in southern Ontario and it's 30 degrees Celsius outside right now. And I'm dyeing wool downstairs, so it's 500 degrees in the house. Let me say hi to who's here. Katina, good afternoon. Crafty, nice to see you. Candace, hello. Nancy, hello. And Beck, good afternoon, good morning. And V, hello. Elsie, hello. Lori, hi, how's it going, Lori? And Frida, good evening. Crystal, hello. Nice to have you all here. I'm glad you're here. I hope you have some water or some tea. Or both, I don't know. You do you. I'm gonna just try and tuck my water up here. Also, my other bouquet that I picked for you yesterday is now downstairs as part of the set for the dye video that I'm currently filming, which is going swimmingly, by the way. So I couldn't bring it back up because it's in the right spot for the next shot, blah, blah. I picked you a new bouquet, and what I found today is that the second iris plant has started putting out its little itty bitty irises. They're these little pointy ones. Aren't they sweet? I think they're so cute. Also, I found some clovers in the front yard and in the backyard, and I love clovers. Like, some people are like, get that weed out of my lawn, but for me, I'm like, I just think they're so pretty. And they smell so sweet. This whole bouquet. These pink ones smell too, don't they? Yeah, they're like, everything in here has like this beautiful, sweet, vanilla-y sort of vibe. The snow in summer is almost done. Most of the flowers are starting to curl in the lawn, in the garden. But the clovers are just starting up and they're so cute and pink, and the purple ones are so pretty. I just love them. So makes me very happy. I think so too, Lori. Clover is really pretty. And we have 3 different colors here. So we have the big fat ones, and those are like purpley pink. And then we've got the little pink ones that are kind of pink and white. And then we've got the plain white ones. And I love all of them. And then I got some more of those anemones. And also I found this other weed, I guess, but it's cute and it's got little flowers on it, and I thought it was cute, so that's nice. Great for bees, absolutely. Just like these buttercups. Look how shiny those are. Oh, they look like they're actually oily. I think they're so pretty. And I have a few little blooms left of forget-me-nots they're more in the yard. They're not really a plant on purpose here. They just sort of happen everywhere. But I picked a couple because I found them. These pink ones though, ooh, I think they are so cute. They're these little bell-shaped sticks with pink little blooms on them. I feel like I can just go get married now, don't you think? It's just so pretty, and it's just from the backyard and the front yard and the side yard. Let's see, which is the prettiest angle? I think there, not really there. Let's get one of those irises in. Anyway, bunnies love clover. Lori, I know that fact because of Bambi. Because do you remember in Bambi, Thumper's like, the blossoms are great, and then the mom is like, Clover, you can't, or Thumper, you can't just eat the flower. We had to get rid of our clover in the yard. So sad. My son is deathly allergic to bees. Okay, well, that's a good enough reason. I think that's reasonable. And this is my other clover. It's like, I've just been keeping it for, it's got to be about a month at least now. Can you believe we've had those chickens, the oldest ones, for 3 weeks already? But look, it's just like, it's trying to get away from what I have it in. And I just planted it in a glass jar. Like, this thing has no drainage. That's some sturdy plant right there. I really like it. It's so cute. And it puts out these sweet little flowers. Anyway, enough about the plants. Let's get back into the pattern. Before I get started, I should say, I went to the chicken coop to see how many eggs we've got, and guess what? We're still only at 2 eggs, which means, also I saw who laid them, because when I went this morning, Clover was in the laying area, boxes, there's like spaces for them to lay. And then in the afternoon when I checked, Diane was in the laying boxes. So I know it's Clover and Diane, plus I know what their eggs look like because I'm an obsessive chicken mom. But I'm still hopeful that eventually those white ones are going to start laying. They should. They were literally production hens. You'd think they would be like laying out of the, you know, I was going to say, never mind what I was going to say. Anywho, we've got this new pattern piece. And Jacqueline, good to have you. Welcome. Good evening. So I finished up to row 36, which I'm very proud of because I also did a lot of things today. I gave chickens baths. So the new scraggly looking ones are fluffy and cute, except for one who decided the best way to dry off is to roll in dirt. So that chicken, it's going to be white once the dirt like flakes off once she dries. But the other 2 dried out in the sun, and they are like fluffy cute chickens, and it looks like 2 of the chickens, the new ones, had mites, which I treated by thoroughly washing their entire bodies, and also apple cider vinegar as a final rinse before I rinsed with water. Hopefully that will get rid of them. I'll give them another bath in a week's time to see how that went. It didn't look like they were causing any damage, though. There was no redness or anything, but anyway, chickens can get mites. Who knew? All right, so time to keep moving forward on this. Can you dye with clover flowers? No, I don't think so, because, I'm going to go for a tree literally fell right in front of my car. Oh my goodness. Yeah, go check on it. Hopefully your car's totally not affected at all. But also, why did a tree fall? What's your weather like right now? And dyeing with clover flowers would be ineffective because the flowers are purple. That'll just, it like turns to green. Purple doesn't ever work. Just purple flowers will never do it. V, I'm hoping that nothing of yours was damaged. That is my hope for you. And also, hopefully the tree is like easy to get rid of, because like a fallen tree is the worst. Also, I hope there's no like baby birds or anything in it. Yeah, I hope it's okay. So at this point, my rectangle is a little over 10 inches, which is pretty close to where I want it. And also, I did 36 rows, which brings us up to, okay, what it should bring us up to is 9, 18, 27, 36. It should bring us up to 4, 8, 12, 16 inches. Heyo! Look at, oh, that's upside down. Heyo! Look at that, 15.5, but really after it blocks it, there we go, 16. It is accurate. I'm feeling pretty good. Hey Blue, good afternoon. Nice to have you this afternoon. So I got to the correct amount of inches, which is great. And now it's time to start shaping our whatchamacallit, the front of the cardigan. This is the part where I'm mildly concerned because I didn't figure out how to do it yet. I thought we could do it together because we did the designing part together and the swatch part together. So, you know, thank you, Lori, feeling very proud. Hey, Dina. So at the end of row number 36, I'm going to start the next row the same way as normal. So chain 3 and turn. Don't worry, there's going to be like a more detailed video that I'm filming of the other side of this. Rude. Slender. I'm doing stuff here, hello. Anyway, my plan here, I don't know if this is gonna work, but I'm hopeful, is that we will crochet all the way across as normal, like these same stitches, but at the end here, we just won't do the final stitch. Does that sound good? I feel like if we don't do the final stitch and then we do a row normal and then we come back and we don't do the final stitch, I feel like we should be getting some shrinkage. I think that's gonna work. So I'm gonna see how it looks. Bless you, CJ. He's been sleeping all day. As soon as I start filming, he's like, I think I'll hack up a lung now. Sleeping in a sunbeam. And Thunder he has been really good all day, but when I went out to go pick the flowers, I caught him eating his own excrement. So both of my animals are just questionable right now. But the chickens are slacking off, obviously, because their job is literally to just exist, eat bugs, and lay eggs. And they're not laying eggs. So hopefully they start up once they've decided that they're all friends. I think it's probably just that they're, I don't know, nervous. I was thinking Poppy would lay her egg though, because we kept her confined for part of the morning so that she wouldn't be able to escape and go look for another nice spot to lay her egg, but no egg from Poppy. And I let her out later, and by I mean Alex let her out when he went outside, and she didn't escape. She just stayed in the coop, not in the coop, in the fenced yard. And geez, she just didn't lay an egg today. So probably why she didn't escape after. She was like, I'm good. I'm gonna just hold it in today to spite me. Poppy would do it to spite me. She's a very spiteful little chicken. Anyway, so I'm doing the same pattern across. If you didn't watch the other videos, it's basically some variation on a Sultan stitch. So we're doing 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets in 1 stitch, followed by double crochet, chain 2, double crochet in 1 stitch, and then you just keep doing that repeat across. Hold on. Questionable, basically. But I found 2 of the chickens have a little bit of a bond, of the 4. I don't know if they had a bond prior to being sold to me, because they had so many in their coop that who knows how they chose these chickens for me. But there's 2 that seem to have developed a friendship, and I think that I will end up keeping those 2. The other 2 are fine. They're just sort of skittery, and that's fine. They'll come over time. But there's 2 of them that I see having a little bit of a friendship, and I think that's good against Poppy, because Poppy is like this tyrant. Again, I like her. She's just a bit of a spiteful little bird. So I think having a bit of backup, like Clover has Diane, I think that for the other chicken to have an extra friend would be helpful. It was a really short one though. Oh, bad weather. I don't like to be hot. I'm hot, and I'm okay with it. Thunderstorms, and I wish it wasn't so cold in June. That sucks. I don't want it to be cold here, so hopefully not. Okay, so I'm finishing the row at that last stitch. Rather than adding, like, what I would do for all the other rows is I would put 1 double crochet in this big space. I'm leaving it. And then I'm just going to start a new row, 1, 2, and whoops, 3. And I'm going to do this row as normal. So I'm going to go all the way across, chain 3 and turn, and then I'm going to come back, but I'm not going to put 1 in this last stitch again. I think this is going to achieve what I want. And if it doesn't, I will let you know, but I'm thinking that it's going to work. I'm hoping it's going to work. And then once I figure it out, I will write down that step. Yeah, it's been on and off since last night with lightning. Is your car okay? Yeah, is your car okay, V? And also, we're supposed to get some type of storm coming soon. It's so hot and humid today, like it feels like a thunderstorm is on its way. And it was supposed to thunderstorm tomorrow, which is why I was filming so hard today. I was filming that dye video, it's coming along. But now I looked at the weather for tomorrow and it just said 31 degrees and sunny. So that means, like, a thunderstorm's coming. It can't be 31 degrees Celsius with no thunderstorm. Not here. It always comes for a thunderstorm. I'm going to go see if I can move it. How big is it? There's a risk of frost in parts of Nova Scotia tonight. Yikes. Jeez Louise, what is this weather about? Well, I mean, I guess I'm not envious of that, Nancy, at all. But it is quite hot here. But my skin is always good when I'm sweating, so, you know. Lol, Laura. What? What did I do? Did I say something? Did I do something? I mean, probably, but my ADD brain can't follow. Oh, also, this afternoon, Alex is gonna go, mine is showing 40%. Oh, well, I'm hoping we get that thunderstorm because I really don't want to water the garden. It, like, is a chore that I'm not loving. I mean, I'm doing it because, you know, like, I want to have food from a garden. I think that's great. But, like, it would be nice if the rain could, like, do its job and, like, partially water it. That'd be super. But this afternoon, Alex is going to go right after his French class back to the dealership to get the car. And then he's going to come home, pick me up, and we're going to go to my grandpa's because I said I was going to go and I kind of forgot. But he called me and was like, hey, I thought you were coming over. And I was like, yeah, I am. I just not yet. I'm coming later. So he's none the wiser. I'm going to go over, and he has a swimming pool. So I'm going to take full advantage of that, and I'm going to go for a swim because it has now had multiple days of high temperatures. So it'll be warm enough. Sometimes, you know, a swimming pool outside, you're like, this seems great, but it's like 68 degrees Celsius or Fahrenheit, sorry. And then you're like, it's not so great. I want it to be like 79. I would rather be cold. You said, oh, I definitely say, because I start a sentence and then forget where I was going with it. I'm using a 4 hook and I got exactly 10 inches. That's awesome. That means that you and I did the same thing, right? That's good. 1, 2, 3. I had 10 inches, but then I switched to a 4.5 because my hook is in the car. I didn't get it out of the car. Car's at the dealership, but I'm doing tight stitches with a 4.5. So I'm hoping that it's not gonna vary too much. I want it to be with a 4. I would rather be cold. You said, I would not rather be cold. I think that I would always rather be hot. Although sleeping when it's like muggy and just like so damp hot, that's not ideal. I hope not, Nancy, for the plant's sake. Yeah, right? But I would like the rain because watering these plants every day, you have to do it every day and they start wilting like, and if you're an hour late, the tomato plants are like, I give up, this is how I end. And I'm like, calm yourselves, like, geez Louise. So I'm either watering them right when I wake up when I let the chickens out, or I'm watering them at the end of the day. Definitely not when the sun is hitting them because I learned my lesson there before. Don't water the plants during the day. It will freak them right out or it'll burn them. Plants are finicky little creatures. I just want tomatoes. Tomatoes and eggs. What did you do, Blue? Tell me. I would like to know, did you get chickens? Because everyone should get chickens, because now I have chickens and I need help. I would rather be cold and determine how warm I want to be than to be told, you're gonna melt today. I guess I get that. Like, when you're hot, you can only take off so much of your clothes. When you're cold, you can just keep bundling. But I hate feeling cold. Like, I hate it. This past winter, I had like a space heater on my feet, even though the heat was on in the house. Like, I don't like being cold. It is strange that a frost would be coming this late, isn't it? Because it's like May 24 is the danger of frost is gone. So, yeah, that's strange. But then again, the world is on fire, so nothing's really strange anymore, let's be honest. Everything is just, you hear something on the news, and if you turned on the news and it was like, we are getting a polar winter starting next week, and it's coming for 3 months, you'd be like, well, that's weird. Oh, well, how weird is it? This world is crazy now, and so frost is not the craziest thing. You know, I don't mind sweating. Yes, Lori, we can hang out. We'll just make sangria. We'll be fine. You just have to have cold drinks and you'll be fine. Okay, so here we are. I'm at the end again. So I'm not going to put, oh, I am going to put one in there. That had to hurt, Blue. Oh, what happened? I took a trip and forgot my crochet needles. Ugh, that's annoying. Had to get another set. Been there, not gonna lie, been there. But still, bummer. But were they pretty or were they just like a basic set? Because if it was a basic set, annoying because then you're like, now we just have another basic set. How many do I need of these? But if you got pretty ones, at least then you can like make them your main set now. Okay, so at the end of this, Candace, same thing as me. Were they nice ones? Oh wait, do you mean you took a trip and you forgot your crochet needles on the trip and now you're home and you don't have your crochet hooks? That both of those things maybe, they're different things, but one of them would be heartbreaking. Leaving your stuff on a trip somewhere would be sad. Okay, so I think we're getting a decrease here. I don't know that it's going as fast as I would like because it's supposed to happen in a 4-inch period. We're supposed to get down to 4 inches. So I don't know that that's going to work. You know what we might do? We might skip the last whole stitch, like the whole stitch. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. Sorry, I have to go back 2 rows. I hope you weren't following along at the exact same pace as me because then you also have to go back 2 rows because I think I figured out a different way. V, car's fine, the tree's in front of my garage. I've got some pictures on Discord. Let's have a look-see. Little look-see-dixie. Where are you, Discord? Oh my god, yep.
I'm just going to be waiting for a taxi outside.
All right,
I
was going to say drive safe, but you're not driving. Okay. Jeez Louise, that's a big tree. Lucky your car is fine. Yikes. Crochet hook separation anxiety, right. Okay, so this first. Okay, that's annoying. Okay, so row 37, you're going to start it as normal, and you're going to go all the way to the end of row number 37, but you're going to leave that last stitch unworked. So there's that skinny V here, we're leaving that unworked. And then we're just going to start this new row, or maybe what we'll do is, hold on, let me see. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so I think if it's 4 inches we have, and we want to move it to the point that it's going to be 4 inches. Hold on, let me just... Could you not? Honestly, you're very dramatic. Hold on. Let me just figure this out. I think I understand. Okay. So we want it to get to 4 inches. If you're doing an extra large, a large, extra large, 2XL or 3XL, you want it to be 6 inches. But we want 4 inches higher. Let me see. We need it to get to 4 inches after another 4 inches. Okay. So at this point, just give me a quick sec here, peeps. Right. So that's where we're going. That's where we're going. We need it to be 4 inches up from here. And there's 4 inches, and there's 4 inches. So, does this make sense? I hope this makes sense, because to me it makes sense. What we're doing here is going to get it up to 4 inches. So I need to do this. So I think that this way with the 1 double crochet in that last stitch should give us that angle that I'm trying for. Does that make sense? Left my good ones and had to buy basic, but will gift them when teaching. Oh, that's awesome, Blue. Okay, so you didn't leave them. Oops, that should have been jot down any changes. Sorry, not down in your journal any, oh, jot down any changes. Well, I haven't written this part yet, so yeah, I'm gonna just write it. Hold on. Everybody just calm down for a second here. So for row 37, repeat row 2, but leave but okay, how do I explain? What I want to do is crochet the same pattern all the way to the end, but in this last V we would normally put 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet, and then there would be 1 double crochet here. So I want to say leave the last one unworked except put 1 double crochet in it. How do you say that? I'm doing my own crocheting, so I may not be as active in the chat, but I'm following along. Beau Lapin, well, welcome, and I'm glad you're here.
Okay, I go now.
Okay, love you, drive safe. My area has been getting storms too. There's fallen trees everywhere. Tornado warnings. Strange for New Jersey. I've only gotten a tornado warning once before. It's strange. In Ottawa, there were quite a few tornado warnings. I never had them here or in my hometown. Okay, so, but I'm gonna say, I think it'll make sense in final V. Does that make sense? In final V, only 1 double crochet, chain 3, and turn. There, and then the 38 will be just burp. What is it going to be? It's going to be repeat row 2. And then 39 will be repeat row 3, but final V, only 1 double crochet, chain 3 and turn. And then it'll be, okay, so we're going to be doing 9 rows. So 38, 39, 40, 41. Oh, I guess I can just do 38, 48, 47. So we're going to do 39, so 40 to 47. We're going to repeat 37. Oh, 46, sorry, because 37 is the first row. Repeat 37 and 38. Yeah, I think that makes sense. We'll see how it works. I think it's going to work. I think we'll be fine. That being said, I don't know. Hopefully. But once I started getting this, like, easier to figure out, like, for me anyway, I found that it wasn't super, like, it's fast. It's pretty fast anyway. Feels fast. What size is this going to end up? So this one, Amanda, also hello Amanda, is going to be a medium, but I did do the measurements. I did do the pattern for extra small up to 3XL. Actually, you know what might be great? If any of you are anywhere between extra small and 3XL, would you like to test this pattern? Because I'm only making a medium. So Lori is testing the medium, which is great because Lori, you can be like, this was not easy or this was easy. Because I'm doing it myself here, which means that it's gonna, like, it's what my brain is doing, you know what I mean? So I think it'll work for mine, but Lori, you're gonna be doing it based on following instructions. So you'll be an accurate, so we already have a medium is what I'm trying to say. We still need, let's do that. Okay, whoever wants to test this pattern, if you're between the size of extra small and 3XL, I will finish writing the pattern and I would love for you to test it. And just let me know. And if you do want to, I'll make a pattern tester part of the Discord so that you can chat with me about the pattern. You know what I think I might even do? I might make that specific channel private so that only people who are pattern testing for it have access to the information about it, because eventually I will hopefully sell this pattern. So I'll just make it a private group. That way there's like some exclusive content for those of you that decide to pattern test it. And let me see. I would love to test the extra small. Awesome. So I'll write it down. Are you already in the Discord, Amanda? Carlson. Extra small. Cool. Yeah, if you are in the Discord already, that's awesome. Then I'll just add you to the private group that now I'm creating. If you can, check the link in the description, Amanda. There's a link to Discord, and basically it's like a chat room. It's like a private chat room just for last minute Laura friends. So you click the link and then you can see all of our chats. We talk about, you know, pets and crochet stuff and just stuff like that. We have all the topics. Basically, it's like the live stream after the live stream. So I would love if you could join that. Then I can add you in. Also, Lori, you're doing the medium, right? Lori is doing medium. So I still, hold on, extra small, let me do. Ugh, terrible. I hate when erasers are like that. So I have extra small, I need small, medium, large, extra large, 2XL, 3XL, and Lori and Laura. Candace, this is a pretty, I think it's going to be a pretty forgiving, pattern, because it's going to have stretch, and for the 3, 2, and 3, hold on, 20 inches, so it's going to be 48 inches of actual fabric, but it's an open body. So I'm hopeful that it's going to be more or less inclusive. That being said, I can go further because it's just math now. I think I can do 4 and 5XL, because it's like a pattern how they increase, so I can just increase it again, I think. So I will check those numbers tonight. How much yarn do you estimate? Okay, so right now this is my second ball and I'm almost done one panel. So I'm guessing 3 balls for the front, and then probably, I would say 6 balls of this. I think 6. I'm gonna say I think 6, but I might be wrong. I might be way overestimating. I don't think I'm underestimating for sure. Whew, I am melty. Are you getting weather from the tropical storms? Ooh, is that what the stormage is coming from? I wonder what, mine wouldn't be a tropical storm. Yeah, V, you're right. Don't forget to hit that like button, everybody. Thanks, V. Oh, hello. Very nice, Candace. In meters, I don't know. Nancy wrapped them all up for me. They're the Patton's Grace mercerized cotton. I'm guessing they're 50-gram balls. I don't think they're 100 grams. So, I don't know. But my guess, just based on like no information because I didn't look it up, is going to be like maybe 200 meters. But, you know, I'm probably wrong. And yes, I fit that range. Okay, cool. Well, if that is, hold on. Hello, can I test the size? Taylor, sure you can test a size. You have to join the Discord, I've decided. And what size would you like to test? We're still looking for small, large, extra large, 2XL, 3XL, and 4XL, 5XL. I haven't written the pattern for all of it yet, but it's totally gonna be fine. Hi, Crystal. Oh, Crystal was already here. Crystal's saying hi, Scrappy. Sorry. But welcome, Scrappy, to the afternoon. Hope you're having a lovely day and you're not melting, because I'm melting. Small. Okay, Taylor, well, join the Discord. Taylor F. Crafts. Crystal, a house full of wonderful dyed yarn. Huh? Quoi? Je ne comprends pas. Oh, because Crystal has been buying up yarn? Is that why she has a wonderful house full of dyed yarn? In that case, LOL. No, it's only 90 degrees today. Do you know what that is in Celsius, anyone? Because it's probably more than 90 degrees here today. It's very hot. Very hot. Can I do this with a yarn listed as a 3? Yes, Candace, you can do this with a yarn listed as a 3. This yarn is listed as a 3. Again, feeling like it's more of a 2, but it is listed as a 3, and I think it'll be just fine with a 3. Just check your gauge. Sorry, feeling so elite with my gauge swatch. I didn't know it was going to make me feel like a real live crochet designer, but you guys, I'm like a real live crochet designer. I did a gauge swatch and everything. So yeah, join the Scrappy 32. So that's where we're at, is here where it's 30 plus humidity. It's 39 and 40 with the humidity. So it's basically like California here today, or it's probably more like Georgia. It's just like hot and sweaty. I feel like that's what Georgia's like. I've never been to Georgia, but like anytime you see it in a movie, it's always like sweaty and humid looking. And there's Spanish moss, so it's got to be at least humid enough to keep an air plant alive. Anywho, awesome. Awesome. And cool. Hold on. Chain 1, chain 2. You guys are distracting me. I'm trying to design a pattern here. I'm just kidding. Lol, but it's not hot. It's just warm. I mean, that's hot. Georgia's gross. The heat is just too much. And Laura, you're a grown-up pattern designer. A real live pattern designer. I would say my mama would be so proud, but I don't think anyone in my family has any concept of any of the things that I do, to be honest. They're like, oh, you still have somewhere to live? Good job. Like, I don't think they really understand this whole YouTube bonanza. To be honest though, like, no. She's been busy dying, was asking. Sorry, didn't mean to confuse. Thank you, Blue. It is, it's just, it's hot and wet. Okay, so, oh, hold on, 36, 37, 38. So now I'm on 39. I'm gonna, in that last V, so it's the thick V, the last row we did it on the thin V. This row, we are going to be doing it in this thick V. We're just doing 1 double crochet. We're not going to be doing the whole double crochet, chain 2, double crochet. And then we're gonna chain 3 and turn it around. Yup, hot and humid. I feel like that's kind of my kind of vibe, because you know where hot and humid, or you know what lives where it's hot and humid? A whole bunch of like crazy animals, for sure. Crystal, I haven't seen your yarn. I haven't scrolled to find it. Did you post it in Discord? And if you did, if I didn't notice it, I'm sorry, but I want to see. We get dry heat, but our mornings are very high humidity, but right now it's probably only 30%. Ooh, 30%, that's very dry. I don't like that. Although having high humidity in the morning, that's kind of cool. Does that mean you get like weird fog? We rode the motorcycle. We rode the motorcycle to the National Seashore, and we saw seals. I posted in general of a little head bobbing and a sign about great. Ugh, no thanks for the great white sharks, but hello, Taylor Fox, and welcome to the Discord. Let's have a look. Oh, little bub. Oh, seals are cute. You know what's not cute? That giant. Ugh, that giant shark. Stressful. But cool about the seal. Everybody likes seals, including great white sharks, really. What kind of seals are in Massachusetts? Like, are there seals here? What? Yes, we are very dry here. It's yuck, but way better than having humidity with high heat. That is just no fun. Yeah, that doesn't, like, consistently very hot with very humid temperatures without a thunderstorm on the horizon doesn't make sense to me. Like here, if you get too many hot, humid days in a row, like, you're getting a thunderstorm. It's never just going to stay hot and humid for no reason. It's because a thunderstorm is coming. Or maybe a thunderstorm happens because of something that happens with hot and humidity. I'm not a meteorologist, but I know that here, whenever we get a really hot, humid day, it's usually followed by a really nice, loud, lightning-y thunderstorm, which I'm pumped for. I mean, Thunder is probably very not pumped for it because he hates thunderstorms, but he's just gonna have to suck it up because I like them and there's nothing we can do to stop them. Amanda, I can't join the Discord. Oh, why not? Why not? A wild Taylor fox appeared. I love that when Discord does that. It's so funny. Scrappy, lol, I would be into that. Sorry, and there were people on surfboards out next to the seals. No, thank you. Well, I think that it sounds fun in my head, but seals are like very large, wild dog mermaids, you know? I mean, I'm sure they're friendly. I'm sure they're smart and cute, but like they are wild ocean animals. I don't know. And they're all the things that a wild dog would have, or like a hyena. They're just hidden inside of a pudgy little mermaid body. So I don't know. I just don't think that I would. I probably would. I'm like the person who touches wildlife. You shouldn't, but you should. Well, I just happen to have a big ball of number 3 weight, 100 and, ooh, that's perfect. That's more than enough, for sure. I think that 1,000 is going to be more than enough. I think mine's going to end up being, I don't know, because I don't know how much these balls are. I'm going to have to check. But I think 1,000 should be totally fine. But the sign says seals attract sharks. Also that, yeah, that's a reasonable reason to not want to go hang out with them on surfboards. Because you know what you look like when your legs are dangling over a surfboard? Like a sea turtle or a shark or a seal or some prey item. So no thanks. Stay safe. Don't do that. Sharks are hungry. But that's funny, Lori. Sharks are scary is what they are. They're dinosaurs that don't have souls, unfortunately. They were created before souls were created, so their eyes are dead like a true dinosaur. Very frightening. Beautiful. We need to save them. Don't eat sharks, but at the same time, terrifying creatures. Very much not from our time. Seals probably wouldn't bother someone in the water, but it's not a good idea to try and corner them on land. That makes a lot of sense, because they, again, are wild sea dog mermaids. So they would have all of the dog parts that you wouldn't want to get on the business end of. Yay, it worked, they joined. Awesome, Amanda, I'm glad. Cool. Cool. And we'll take a bit till I can start. Gotta deal with the yarn barf. Oh no. I hate yarn barf. Oh, Alex, I didn't even tell him. I forgot about it because I immediately went and did other things, Dave. Hi, Dave, by the way. Yes, I've been busy. Today's been a busy day. I gave 3 chickens baths, which was fun. No, I didn't. I gave 2 chickens baths. Yesterday I gave 1 of the chickens a bath. So now 3 of the new white chickens. I've got 4 brand new white chickens that are skittish and they were super gross and covered in poo. And they just, as soon as I started soaking them in warm bubbly water, the smell of ammonia would make you cry. It was just awful. Like these birds, ugh. I mean, like I know they're not like, it wasn't nice. So anyway, I got all of the dirt. Their feet were black. And after their bath, they were literally cream, like creamy white. Like this is the color of my chicken's feet. No, it wasn't like manure, Dave. It was like urea. It was like urine, like strong ammonia. It was not pleasant. I don't have a problem with manure smells. This was not a good smell. This was like a chickens on top of each other for a long time smell. So anyway, their feet are white. I didn't know their feet would be white. I thought their feet were going to be, I don't know, not white, but they were just like caked with dark black. So now they are clean chickens. Glad you got through. Yes, totally, Dina. And the teeth are scary, but beautiful creatures. Totally beautiful. Over there. They're beautiful away from me. It's like I don't want to go on a cruise for that reason. I'm like, I'm not going to test the ocean. You know, the ocean's a scary place. It's beautiful, wonderful, glad it exists. Don't really want to interact with most of them. I'm glad they are cleaned up now. Me too. They're so much cuter. Oh my gosh. I'm going to get pictures of them for you guys because they're way cuter now. Like night and day levels of cutitude. Okay, so if we follow this angle, if we keep going that way, and we keep going that way, I need this to measure. And then we keep going until, no, that's not straight enough. This is how you design things. This is the way. This is it, people. Okay, so that's what we're trying to get to. You're gonna follow like this, and from the beginning, uh-oh, I think that it's not gonna do what I wanted. No. You know what? And then there's another 4 inches after that. You know what might work is if we just keep going and don't do like a, see what I have here? Like this shape. If we just keep going with that angle, I think that might be a good idea. I think. Yeah, let's try that. Let's see how it goes. I will write it down until it works. Meanwhile, I observe you have shown a real-life use for Pythagorean's theorem. If only I could like do a math question and have it make the pattern finished. That would be fun. I'm useless with the measuring tape. I never know if I keep it straight and it's too tight or too loose. Yeah, I get that too. Not knowing if you've, like, is my waist much bigger than, hold on, much bigger than I'm measuring it at because I'm pulling the measuring tape tight? Like maybe, but I'm not going to change my ways. I'd rather believe. Because society has told me that to have value, the number must be small. It's not true, people. Okay, hold on. Big V, little v. Okay, cool. I'm feeling good about this now. I love the ocean, but I'm terrified of swimming in open water. Once I swam far enough that I could not feel the ground, and I swear my soul almost left my body. I 100% relate to that, and yep, the minute you can't touch the ground, or the minute you can't see your feet, like if you're in a lake that's dark, like sometimes lakes are dark, and if you can't see your feet, nope, my soul doesn't like being in there, so it fully leaves my body until I am in a space where I can see my feet and touch the ground. I'm not worried about not being able to swim. I'm worried about if there's space in the water between my feet and the ground. Do you know what's in that space? Monsters. That's what's in that space. So if my feet are on the ground, monsters can't get me. That's what makes sense. So if you didn't know, just make sure your feet are on the ground in any body of water, and then the monsters can't get you, except snapping turtles, because they like to hang out near the edges of lakes. So watch your toes. Me too on being terrified of open water, but then again, I don't swim. Yeah, I have like a healthy, and it's probably not healthy, I have a fearful respect of the ocean. Most lakes I'm cool with, like I don't really think they're scary. I mean, Lake Superior is like a small ocean, so I don't feel the same about Lake Superior, but the other Great Lakes, they're fine. I don't mind them. They don't scare me. But the ocean? No. I think it's also because freshwater fish don't tend to be sharks, you know? Except for those ones that can live in brackish water. Ugh, they live in the St. Lawrence River, and they're bull sharks. They're the mean kind. And that's not the ocean. Go back to the ocean. I don't understand this Fahrenheit stuff. I've lived in Sweden all my life, so 90 degrees means boiling. Totally, yeah. Canada, same problem. Water snakes. Water snakes aren't gonna bother you in the water. They're not super, I don't know. They've never I've never been bitten by a water snake in the water. I'm only bit by them around the lake. Oh God, I'm like sticking to my chair. I've only been bitten around a lake because I was screwing around with them. But when they're swimming, they're busy. Hold on. I don't understand. I got that. Amanda, we figured it out. 90 is 23 in Celsius. No, 90 is 32. Oh God, I wish 90 was 23. Then we would have 90-degree weather here more often. But alas, 90 is hotter than that. We don't get the 90s as often as you guys. You grew up on the beach. That's nice. It sounds like a romantic place to grow up, you know? Like, what did you guys do with your friends in high school? We would have a fire at the beach. It just sounds so lovely. I mean, not when I actually think of like what teenagers would be doing at a bonfire on the beach. Like, obviously it's not as like whimsical and rose-colored glasses as I like to believe it, but in my head it's like a Lifetime movie. Yeah, I typoed. Oh, cool. See, I caught it though, because I know the difference between Fahrenheit and Celsius. That's what it is. I'm just brilliant. No, Nancy, no. As soon as I saw, no. I just started and I haven't even finished reading it. Let me see. I had a crab latch onto my toe. No, 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 no. One time when I was wading in shallow ocean water, couldn't shake it off, had to come out of the water to detach it. What an ineffective attack. Like, let go. It's not, why are you still here, crab? No thanks. I'm no thanks. I don't like things interacting with me. I don't mind interacting with things, but when they just interact with me, it gives me the heebie-jeebies. Where did you grow up, Laura? I grew up in southern Ontario. I grew up in a town called Hamilton. And it's a cool town. I mean, now it's kind of, I don't know, different. I don't know how different. I don't know in what way you would call it different, but it was a nice place to grow up. I grew up in where was called On the Mountain, so Hamilton is an escarpment. Downtown is literally physically lower, like it's on a mountain, so like up on the escarpment on the mountain is where Uptown is, and that's where we lived. It's not like it's fancier up there. Like don't get that part twisted. It's just that there's two different areas of Hamilton, and I lived in the Uptown part, but I lived kind of towards the country. So we lived, I'm gonna say, I could walk for 10 minutes and get to a farm that had horses, but I could walk for 10 minutes in the exact opposite direction and get to like a Fortino's, like a grocery store, and like a Wendy's and a Taco Bell and stuff. Like, it was very centralized, and we lived on like a dead-end street, and there was a big pond, and it's part of this seven mile creek. There's some system of ponds and creeks in Hamilton, and it's like this part of this big system. It's not a man-made pond, it's just like exists. I know in a lot of new developments they like put a pond at the center of the neighborhood, and it's super weird because they build a fence around a man-made pond. It's very unnatural looking. This one is like, it's a wild pond that a neighborhood grew around, which is nice. I like it. I go back there sometimes just to drive and see my old house, see what the people have done to it. Sometimes I go there and, well, sometimes. I've been there a few times, and the times that I've gone there I've been like, do you think they would even notice if I came in the middle of the night and dug out some of my mom's plants? Because when they moved, they left so many of her plants because they were like, oh, they're gonna love the gardening. But the people who moved there, they like fully ripped out her whole garden in the backyard and paved half of our backyard. It was like an acre, almost an acre. And paved most of the backyard, put in a gigantic pool, and just now all the gardens that my mom like meticulously planted, like beautifully, have just been growing over. It's like, it's really sad. Toronto is about a half hour or so from there. No, it's not. I wish Toronto was half an hour from there. Toronto's a full hour from there. A full hour, Candace. Well, at least from where I was in Hamilton. I'm sure, I guess if you were like right by the highway in downtown Hamilton, maybe it would take an hour. Maybe it would take half an hour, but no, it fully takes an hour. An hour and 15, an hour and 30 in traffic. But a full hour for surezies. 2 and 3. Could you pop to Toronto for the afternoon? Yeah, we could, but we didn't really. Like once in a while, we'd go there for like concerts. So it was kind of like, I wouldn't go for an afternoon. It would be like a day trip, you know? 1 and 2. What are your top favorite? Sharks love to hunt in 5-foot water, really? No, really? Ugh. Yarn barf has nothing on me. Victory already. Wow, well done. On is better than below the mountain. Well, at least that's, yeah, literal downtown. That's the, you know how towns have like rivalries and stuff? Hamilton's rivalry is like uptown, downtown. So yeah, it's nicer on the mountain because it's like older, I want to say, on the mountain. So it's like the houses there are, okay, well, not everywhere, but the neighborhoods that I lived in were like old neighborhoods from like the 60s, 70s. So the houses are all different. Whereas downtown, it's kind of like piled on top of each other. There's houses so close together because they just kept fitting in houses, I guess. I don't know. It's still beautiful. It's a lot better now. Like back then, I don't think I would have been allowed to go alone downtown because it was kind of sketchy, whereas now it's not so bad. But anyway, jumped off the boat on a dare, looked under. No, no, blue. Yuck. They were there out of the blue, you might say. In pandemic traffic, I'm an hour from Toronto and Laura's 45. What? Okay, in pandemic traffic, yeah. Yeah, in pandemic traffic, it's like 45 minutes. For sure, it's like 40. Yeah, you're right. But in not pandemic traffic, it's like 3 hours away. Nobody's on the road. Dave, do you speak good French? No, but I don't speak bad French. Like, I can handle myself in a French conversation. I just don't sound like I'm not going to be having quality adult verbiage. It's going to be more like, I don't know, probably like a grade 8 level French speaker. Okay, so let's see how far we got here. 1, 2, and 3. I consider an old house way older than that. Oh, yeah. Yes, there are, yeah, okay. Well, in Ottawa, obviously, there's like century homes, but in the States, you guys have way more old stuff. We don't have as much old stuff as you guys, because like apparently people showed up in the States and started building gigantic mansions and beautiful old brick things. It doesn't seem like there's as much of that, at least in Hamilton. There's century homes, sure, but I mean like the neighborhoods uptown, they're like established. I guess not older isn't the right word. It's more like the trees are older. Does that make sense? Like, you know, the new neighborhoods, they have like those little trees and like decorative stuff. But the neighborhood that I grew up in and the neighborhoods around it, they were like, they would have old willows and big, huge oak trees and like trees you could climb. Like it was just a good area of wilderness was around it. So no, it wasn't old, it was established. Is that clearer? This pattern will be up soon. It's almost written. As soon as I get this part done, it's gonna be smooth sailing. At least I think it will. So this should be 8 inches from where it starts to where it finishes, and we should. I think we're gonna. I think it's gonna be exactly perfect. Is where we're at. Reckless and fun, not doing that again without a suit. Yeah, I don't know that a suit would even fix it. I don't think a suit would make me feel safer. No, the house, yeah, again, I hope it was clear how I tried to clarify. Houses were not old. The neighborhoods were established. Anyway. I know some of Canada, they sound French even when they talk English. Yeah, well, that's just Quebec. It's literally only one spot in Canada. Maybe some small scattered communities in New Brunswick, because technically New Brunswick is a bilingual, I almost said state, wow, a bilingual province. But in Ontario, no, probably not, except for in like Ottawa. But New Brunswick, yeah, there are French communities. I mean, there's like French communities in the northern part of Nova Scotia. So yeah, there's French communities all over the place, I guess, but no, the average Canadian, I think French is still like a minority language. I think. Definitely interesting. Antiques, well aged. Like cheese and wine. Honestly, I'm so excited for this, the end of this stream, because I'm going to check the chickens again. And if there are, seriously, if there's still only 2 eggs there, I left the eggs behind. Like, I thought maybe if the other chickens saw the eggs in the nest, they'd be like, this looks like a great spot to lay an egg. Um, like a fine wine blue. Yeah, definitely. A fine wine. Um, I thought maybe they would feel so inspired as to lay some eggs for me. But if there are still only 2 eggs in there, I'm going to be like, your rent is late, chickens. Because it is. Their rent is late. It's such a beautiful day. I'm actually super pumped to go to my grandpa's because I have a swimsuit, a bathing suit, whatever you want to call it. I have the thing you wear in the pool, but mine is a t-shirt at the top. It makes me look like I'm going scuba diving, to be honest, or like I'm a child. Definitely one of those two. But it covers my shoulders and half of my arm, so I can go swimming without having to like cake myself all over in sunscreen. It's UV protection. It's like literally for people like who are super pale and burn. So it's not letting any sunlight through, and I'm therefore not going to get burned on my neck or shoulders. And it goes up almost to the point where it's like a mini turtleneck. Not quite a turtleneck, but like it's definitely heading in the direction of a turtleneck. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Wow. Slurring and stuttering. Swimming costume or cozy in the UK. Swimsuit or bathing suit elsewhere. Cheese and wine. Love a bit of that. Cheese and cider too. Do you produce cheese? No. I don't have any animals that make milk. That's great, Laura. Thank you, Blue. I think it will be great. And I think my grandpa will love it because he loves when we come over. So that'll be great. I'll get 2 birds with 1 stone. And also, I'm going to his house on Friday to do like gardening / cleaning work, whatever he needs help with. I've decided it's something I'm going to stick to. It's going to be my Friday thing. It takes a little bit of weight off my mom because she is a farmer and it is a big drive for her to get to my grandpa's. It's like far away from where we live. But it's oh sorry, I'll answer in a second. Amanda, I did see your comment. But she's like, anyway, she makes a lot of food and like takes care of a lot. So I'm trying to take a little bit of the stress off of her by, you know, stepping in a little. So I'm going every Friday and I'm sticking to it. It seems so easy, but it's like really easy to just flake and be like, I think I'll just not go. But I'm not doing that. I've done it. This is the 5th time in the last 3 weeks that I'm going to visit. So that's good because it's not, we talk on the phone, but we don't like see each other as often as definitely I should as a grandchild. So I'm going to be doing that now every Friday. Do enjoy. Oh, indeed. Nancy, Laura, you might have to have a serious talk with those chickens. Tell them you'll introduce them to the local coyotes. Well, I've been saying to them, because I speak to them, because you should, because it's fun. I've been saying to them, like, if you don't start earning your keep, there's a soup pot with your name in it. That's not true. I could literally not kill any of these chickens because, oh my goodness, like I've held them in my arms alive and I just can't imagine holding them not alive. And I know that they're chickens. I know people easily butcher chickens often. Not me. Not anymore. Thought I could. Probably can't. But the point is I've been threatening them with the soup pot. I don't know that they speak English and I don't know that they understand English. So we'll see. I'll let you know if the threats, I think they know they're empty threats though, because like I come out with treats every single time I come out. Like I keep our food garbage, like compost and stuff. We keep the stuff that is feedable to the chickens, and every time I go out to greet them, I bring a little something, and that way they associate me with treats. That's my plan. I think it's a good idea. 1 and 2. Worked for CJ, worked for Thunder. Well, not quite with CJ. He wasn't really into treats. Okay, yes, it will be definitely, it'll be nice, Dave. Totally. Plus a swim. It'll feel so nice to get a swim in. Plus my grandpa doesn't like over chlorinate his pool because I'm allergic to chlorine or hypersensitive to it, whatever you want to call it. And I have a pretty bad reaction if I'm in chlorine for too long. But my grandpa doesn't make his pool like a hotel, so it doesn't burn my skin as fast. Weirdly, when I think of Toronto, I think CN Tower and also David Furnish. Who's David Furnish? Should I know who that is? And also, CN Tower is Toronto, totally. We lived right underneath it. When we lived in Toronto, we were literally like, I could throw a baseball. Okay, it might not hit the CN Tower, but like it would roll and hit the CN. Maybe. Okay, maybe I'm exaggerating slightly. But I could definitely like, I was close to it. Sir Elton John's husband, David Furnish. Oh, yeah, they have a mansion out in Toronto. Well, like North York or something, or Markham, one of those nearbys. Okay, so 1, 2, and 3. This is actually looking really good. I think we might have made it to 4 inches, so let me just see. Ooh, how cute! Isn't it cute? Look, the reduction worked. I mean, obviously it'll look prettier once we block it, because it's not blocked yet. But it worked. We've got a nice angle. Cool, so slight pattern change, but that's fine. I'll write it out properly. They have homes everywhere. Oh, wouldn't you? if you were Elton John. Okay, so how big are we at this corner? Give me the loot. No, 1 more reduction. Oh my goodness. And then we're going to be at 4 inches. And how many did we do this way? I think we might have gone a little far. Yeah, we're going a little past 8. Which is fine. It's just the number of rows is going to be a little bit different. Thank you, Blue. Whisper, hey Whisper, better not forget sunscreen on everything not covered, right? Or I'll end up with like a farmer tan. And by farmer tan, I mean farmer absolute burn. I don't tan. My skin is like very rude. I don't even know how to call it. Okay. Okay, so this is where it starts. Oh, what? It's not straight, Laura. Get yourself together, girl. Okay, hold on. Hold a tick. Just hold a tick. And speaking of ticks, has anyone listened to the Brad Paisley song called Ticks? Because if you're into country music, even if you're not, Brad Paisley is like a hottie with a body, so you should listen to that song. It's very cute. Okay, I love the pattern that variegated yarn makes. Totally. Isn't it cute? It looks like clouds in the sky. I worry more about the other ill effects it can have. Oh yeah, totally. But I mean also a sunburn. But yes, also the other ill effects, absolutely. Okay, so this is where we're going to. You know what? I have an inch to work with, and I have 1 reduction left to do. It's literally going to be perfect. This is going to be perfect. Love when that works out. I love all his songs. Isn't it a cute song though, Candace? Ugh. It's a song where it's like, it's hard to explain. Just listen to it if you handle country well. And if you don't, I don't want to hear about it, because sometimes country is really nice. And sometimes it's like overkill, and then you're like, oh, I'm literally driving down a back road, which is my whole life because I live in the country. And then I'm like, you know, country road. I sing that every time I drive when I'm on my way home. Anyway, I hate country music. That's all right. What are your top 3? Thank you. Sorry, Amanda. Sorry. I hear you. I just, you know, hello. My favorite 3 plants to grow. This is my first year of growing outdoor food plants, so I don't have any favorite yet. I mean, tomatoes, because I'm going to get tomatoes out of them. But indoor plants, I still think it's pothos. It's like the first plant you get when you start getting into plants, but It's so easy to grow. It grows so fast. It makes you feel accomplished. I love it. There we go. Okay, this is going to be the last row. 1, 2. What am I saying? What are the words? Sometimes the words are hard in my brains. Oh, you missed the beginning, Barb. There was the drama. The drama happened for V. Okay, then we have 1, 2, and 3. Cool. Okay, so now I'm gonna do one more row, and I think I want to finish on this side though. Oh well, that's okay. I like to finish where the seam is gonna be. It's all right. Oh my gosh, my upper lip is like very much sweating. I'm hot in a good way, but still hot. I'm starting, hold on, chain 66, almost halfway back on my single crochets. Let's see. 58, so 54. Yeah, totally. 66 will be perfect. Yeah, and then just same pattern that I'm doing. If you need me to go over it again, I can definitely do that. But yeah, chain 66 will be perfect for a start. If you're talking about my teeth extraction, fine. If you're talking about the tree falling in my garage, fine. If you're talking about my little meltdown last night or this morning, I'll be fine. I did see that actually, V. I just saw it. I hope you're doing well. I hope that you came down from that stress, because that's an awful feeling in the middle of the night when you can't just like yell into the void. But also, sorry, I didn't even say anything about it. Yeah, I just saw it, like, I don't know, right before the stream. I was like, 3 in the morning anxiety, that's the worst. Baby girl, right? And on top of that, there's a baby girl. Like, that's not even all of it. You still have the queen to worry about as well. That's a lot. OV sending you best wishes. Aw. Because this team is the best team to be on. All right, so let's double check. What's your favorite pattern you've made so far? Probably my puffy sleeve jumper. I think that's probably my favorite. I really like that one. I wear it a lot. I also like my Laura's 90s Vibes. Wow, the names are so quality on my patterns. Laura's 90s Vibes something sweater. I wear that one often. But I think my favorite pattern would be the puffy jumper, because so many people have reached out to me about making that jumper, and it makes me feel all kinds of ways. Okay, so that's 4 inches, good. And then that's 4 inches, good. And 8 inches brings us to this row. Oh, we still have our reduction row goes here, which is this row. So that means we start our 8 inches there. I guess we can do one row of just, I wonder if we should do a row of single crochet at the top for the seams. Hi Dawn, I've been sick all last month and now I caught a live. Hi, jumper. It's actually going to be like a cardigan vest, something lightweight and kind of shapeless, but like cozy and cute. And Dawn, I'm glad you're back. Sorry that you've been sick. That sucks. And V, I love the puffy sleeves pattern. Can't wait to find a good yarn to use for that. I do love it. Okay, so here's the question that we're at. I've got my reduction rows, which we're not blocked yet, so let me just pull it down to here. Get this all nice and kind of flattish. Okay, so my first reduction row is Dea, so that one is where my 8 inches starts. And I still have just under an inch to do. What do we think? Do we do one more row of the same pattern, or do we do like a row of single crochets for the seam? I feel like just the same pattern's probably fine, but for sewing it together, but then if the, no, we should do the same pattern. Okay, so I'm doing one more row. 1, 2, 3. But this last row, no decrease. So pretty much you're going to be decreasing your project until it reaches either 6 inches if you're large, extra large, 2XL, 3XL, 4XL, or 5XL, you're decreasing to 6 inches. And if you're extra small, small, medium, medium large-ish, then you're decreasing to 4 inches. I think that's what it is happening right now. So I'm going to count these rows and then I'll be able to tell you. Same pattern, do singles to join. Cool. Cool, I agree. Dawn, good call. 1 and 2. And then we'll do like that. And then, hold up. This is going to be it, people. Then chain 1 and 2 more. And then 1 double crochet in the corner. And then I'm going to just chain 1. Okay, so it wasn't quite 2 balls of yarn for me to make 1 panel. Let me do my measuring, see if I'm close to what I wanted to be at. This isn't looking quite as long as I thought we were going to go. I think it's okay. It's just if you want it to be longer, you would keep your rectangle a rectangle for more time. So I'm going to give her a measure. Again, not blocked, so this might not be 100% accurate, but 24. What is it supposed to be? It's supposed to be, wait, there's 36, so 9, 18, 27, 36, so 4, 8, 12, 16, 36, and then another 8, so 36, 9, 18, 27, 36, 45, 54. 54 rows. Are you saying we get to keep going back and forth for another, hold on, at rows 54 is the shoulder shaping. That was my plan. So I am loving this. I'm feeling very good about this. Okay, so hold on. Where's my shoulder? If I have it come like this, it's going to be, sorry, I'm hanging it on myself and looking at it. You know what? I actually think I'm going to keep mine this length, but I will include instructions on how to have it not be this length. Obviously, I don't have a pair of, oh, there you are. Pair of scissors. All right, what about a scalloped bottom? That's a nice idea, Dawn. I like that. I feel like something round would be nice, so scallops would be pretty. But you know what? We should do that after it's assembled. We could do like around the armhole with a scalloped pattern. Sorry, in step 2, does that say to go to stitch 6 to start the first V? Okay, yes, but it's gonna be, okay, the 6th stitch is gonna be the chain 3 that you did and then 2 stitches. Does that make sense? Let me see. So here is my first row. I did a chain 3, 1, 2, 3. It's this small blue V that I'm working on here. I'm going boho. I want fringe. Oh yeah, fringe. I don't know how this will look with fringe now that I'm seeing it like this. We'll see. But I like that idea. And hello, Dana. Nice to have you. So chain 3, and then we're gonna skip the chain 3 and skip the first 2 single crochets. So hold on, that's 5. Oh, in the 6th stitch. So skip the chain 3, 2 single crochets, and then you're doing your first work into that 3rd stitch. I guess I could have just said that. So there's still some work to be done in the explanation. I love that yarn color. Me too. So there is body piece number 1. Completed. That's awesome. I feel good about this. What do you guys think? I think it's gonna work. I think this is gonna work. And we're gonna have the armhole will be from here to like here. I want like a nice wide armhole. And part of me wants to only sew the side seam like this much and have like these bits nice and loose. But I'm not sure about that yet. We'll see how that looks once we get to that point. But for this point, at least there's going to be a big armhole. Like it's gonna have a nice drapey armhole. Maybe those scallops would be some really nice around there. You guys love it? Yay! I love you guys. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. Also, Alex is home, and I think I'm gonna go because we finished this portion, and I still have a video clip to film for the video because the yarn is in the alum pre-mordant. It needs to be rinsed of the pre-mordant and then put into the dye bath. And I'm sweating, but I have to get it done because the heat is still on. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap it up here. I know that usually we go until 6. Bear with me, or not bear with me. Give me grace. I don't know. You know what I'm trying to say. Be nice. I'm gonna be back tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Eastern time. I'll show you what it looks like held up against my body so you can see like how it's draping at this point, but you can see it's got like a really nice, I don't know, drape. T-shirts to help with pattern making. Oh, totally. That's a great idea, Dawn. What I did, which is funny that you even mentioned that, I did it with cotton muslin. I like cut out the pattern how I imagined it to see how it would go. But anyway, I hope you guys liked it. I hope you were following along, or if you weren't, I hope you enjoyed hanging out. Thank you for coming. I love you all. Don't forget to drink some water. Be nice to the people you're quarantined with, even though quarantine is kind of like half over. I don't even know. I'm gonna go and do the things. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. I'll just give you one more beautiful look at this pretty bouquet while I plug myself. Support me on Patreon. If you're a Patreon person, don't forget to support me on Patreon. If you're not a Patreon person, then just like the video, leave a comment, those types of things. Those are super helpful ways to show your support for the channel, and I really do appreciate it. So, I'll see you later. And thank you to my June patrons. We've got Crystal, Susan, Lori, Teresa, Abigail, Barbara, and Anna. Thank you guys for supporting me, and I love you guys. Don't forget to like the video.